Nerdrotic.com.
Do you want to do the trailer reaction?
Let's do it.
To Wolverine and Deadpool?
Deadpool and Friend.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere.
Tell me when if you need it.
Now
Stop.
get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick, so upsy daisy.
Hang on, pause. When he says, "Look, lady, I'm not interested," it kind of almost looks like he's cracking up a little bit.
Is he corpsing? Let's have a look.
It feels like it. There's something a little off about the acting, and I think it's probably like the 50th take or something like that. I don't know what about it that seems off, but
let's see.
Come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
Oh, you totally, totally looks like he's corpsing. Yeah. He's got a total look at me. He's got a race.
little bit. He's trying to hold that back.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go.
Oh, that was him saying, hey. I thought that was MauLer saying, hey.
No, but it's a good pause, though, because I was going to say, did anyone else get struck by it? The editing's a little choppy in this trailer. Like, it feels like it's one draft away from complete.
It feels like they're cutting lots of stuff out.
Yeah.
Of what's actually happening. So, yeah, we're getting kind of like a really condensed... This scene might go on for 10 minutes. For all we know.
Could do, yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong because they do this a lot with TV shows, right? That first trailer they put out will be heavy on the first couple of episodes, and it feels like this is very heavy again on the first part of the movie. Like they're and that's obviously on purpose because it's probably going to be just a cameo buffet, and they don't want to give any of them. And they shouldn't.
Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider.
The Madonna music, so we've got to be careful because we've got Just Like a Prayer. So
as long as, maybe you want to start increasing the pause rate to account for that.
Increasing the pause rate and maybe lowering the volume a little bit.
Even with just that moment, we can start talking about how there's some hope I have for this film, just a tiny bit, and it is kind of ironically the responsibility now of Deadpool to bring a bit of sincerity back to the MCU and possibly an exploration of a character that's actually interesting for once. Like the fact that Wolverine is at an all-time low because this is going to be set between Logan and like before Logan, but after a lot
after Days of Future Past.
Presumably, once everything's gone to absolute shit.
Yeah.
So like we're going to be looking at Wolverine coming to terms with all of that, right? And like that to me,
this looks like is this a fuselage? Fuselage? Fuselage of a plane?
Oh, of a plane? Kinda.
Why was that interesting enough to fucking cut me off?
Because the plane's blown up.
Is that a mesa right there?
Is that a Slurpo?
I am interested because of the fact that it is Hugh Jackman who's got a handle on this version of Wolverine, and of course Ryan Reynolds, who gives a shit about Deadpool as far as I'm concerned. There is a chance, however small, that this could have meaning, even though it's supposed to be a goofy ass movie. And that's Well,
Hugh Jackman plays this straight for pretty much the whole trailer.
Yeah.
Well, no, and that's obviously why these two should be able to bounce off each other really well.
I said the F word.
This is de-aged, isn't it? This is clearly very de-aged.
Yes.
Looks
pretty good.
It might. I don't think this might actually not be that Logan. It might be still a Logan that looks the same, but it might be from a different,
like a variant.
The guy he contacts in the first part of this trailer could end up like dying or something, and then he ends up going for a different one. Yeah,
possibly, because we know the time agencies in. Oh god,
the TVA. The Fox version. Apparently, I have no idea. I think that's speculation.
I'll admit, seeing them in anything to do with the TVA, I was just like, for fuck's sake. But then watching Deadpool killing a bunch of TVA agents, I was like,
okay.
All right,
because they're there to take out variants, aren't they? They're clearly there to take out variants. So
Yes.
Well, I mean, maybe you guys know more, but I thought that it was just going to turn out that the TVA were up to something worse than they hire them for, so to speak, or something like that. I don't know.
Probably. That would be my guess.
or that Deadpool takes Wolverine out of his timeline into another, and that actually brings the TVA into it.
Yeah, could be that as well. They chase him.
I think that's what will make or break this movie is if what made the first Deadpool so good is there was a human storyline buried in there, like it in the parody. But what Deadpool ultimately turned into in comics is a parody, right? And that's fine unless your entire, as far as the MCU is concerned, has turned into a parody. So your only option is Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, but I think he's going to kill the Fox one.
Yes.
Not sure.
Yes.
But,
yeah. He's going to kill the Fox one. Yeah.
Which is far less of a parody of what the MCU has turned into now. Not that all of those movies were great, because they weren't.
No, of course. What's getting pulled out of it is the parts that we actually like, which is Hugh Jackman's performance. And you can use everything that happened in those movies. You ignore the bad, take the good as background history, and then you can make something meaningful happen in this film, which I'm hoping they do.
I hope they do too. I hope this is really good. This is kind of a tall task. You have to still be funny. You still have to be Deadpool. You're bringing back Wolverine. It's obviously going to be a variant Wolverine. It's not the one that died in Logan. And then you're going to bring in a lot of cameos, and it's going to be very gimmicky. I think people are a little over the multiverse, so you have to just destroy it. And then if you, but here's the problem: they're still going to continue with the multiverse in the MCU, so you can't destroy it.
No, that's just the problem. That's the problem. He's going to destroy the Fox universe, probably.
Yep.
And we're going to be left with the Marvel universe, which is shit. Let's say this is a really good film, funny film. We all get a lot of yucks out of it. Yeah, it was daft. It was silly. Lots of cameos, lots of fun. Came away with it with a smile on our face. How does that help fix the next film? It doesn't fix the next film at all. It might give it a bump, a slight bump, maybe. But we've got Black Captain Falcon American Man coming. And that's been reshot, third fucking time now?
Well, that's the thing. Even if this was hyper successful and well beloved, it just doesn't move the needle at all in any way. And it's funny because it'd be like, oh, you said that about Guardians, you said that about Spider-Man. It's it's true. Those are three of the greatest examples of the elements that relate to Marvel that cannot keep it up on their own. They need, if Captain America fucking, what is it called? Brave
New World.
If that film were incredible, I would then be like, all right, fine, this will make some difference. If it was a cultural phenomenon, I find it I'm smiling saying this. It's just as if that's how it would fucking happen. But it would matter. But this, I just don't think this could ever help the MCU in any way, shape, or form, no matter how good it is.
Right, Guardians Volume 3, it did well. It started off poorly. That opening weekend was poor. And then people liked it. So it actually word of mouth spread, so people went to see it, and it actually ended up having legs. I thought it was mid. That's just me. I'm quite happy to be in the minority on that one. But what bump did it give? What was? Oh no! Before I even say that, what was the next Marvel film that came out after that?
The Marvels?
Correct.
Yes.
People have already made up their mind. They like Guardians. They've always liked Guardians. They've always liked those characters. Chris Pratt, very charming, and all that sort of stuff. They don't give a fuck about Brie Larson and the other shites who most of them would have no idea who they are because they haven't even been in a film. They've only appeared in the goddamn TV shows for the most part. So it gave it nothing. So this film, will it give Falcon? Will it give it a rub? No, because what's the next movie that's coming out after this from Marvel?
It's Captain America.
In what year?
Next year.
Next year.
Oh, that's
so it's going to have nothing. It's going to do nothing whatsoever.
Yeah, we have more Sony Marvel movies coming out this year.
Oh my god,
we do.
I think that's why it's better to talk about this as just Ryan Reynolds' little project that he's hoping to make, and I hope that he wants to make it good, and that his chemistry with Hugh Jackman in real life is going to reflect in the film somewhat, and it's going to be boosted by the characters of Wolverine and Deadpool.
My fear is if it does really well, they're going to learn the wrong lessons from the film.
As much as I agree with that, if they beg Ryan Reynolds to do a fourth, like he's still going to have. I feel like if this film does well, he gets more leverage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which, if anything, I'm fine with. Like him getting leverage rather than fucking Kevin Feige or something.
I want this to be good.
I want it to be
this
good.
To be fun. I want to have a laugh. I want to sit
Well,
down
to be
and
honest with
actually
you,
have a laugh.
I am
Yes.
particularly fond of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, as I'm assuming everyone here is, because obviously, like, been watching this guy do this really well. Because specifically referring to his effort in acting, he put his fucking heart into every single Wolverine performance. I'm hoping this gives him a respectful, perhaps end addendum, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I just I'm hoping something that I can find very meaningful.
And it only took 24 years to get him in costume, guys.
Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? It's like every era has missed something, and it's unfortunate that this is the era we're in now, where they're trying to fucking appeal to like accuracy to visuals in comics. No interest in accuracy to the storylines in comics, of course. But
I really would have loved to seen the helmet, though.
maybe you will. Well, we've always said this, but they do the whole thing of like, we wouldn't want it to be 100% accurate anyway, because it's an adaptation. It's just like, can you just try it? Just give it a shot.
Yeah, once,
Just one time.
Again. This Wolverine let down his entire.
So that looks like a dead Wolverine. I mean, he could come back.
I think he could just be paralyzed or whatever.
Oh,
I would
it's a
imagine
Wolverine.
if there's a Wolverine that Deadpool's going to team up with, it's one that has the worst possible history, like the most baggage. So I could totally buy this as the one in the full movie.
But if this is at the TVA, then wouldn't his powers not work?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. That's up to Ryan Reynolds, whoever wrote this, if they want to keep that shit or not. And what counts as a power as? Does it have to be like a magical thing? Or because it's his biology is the... how does it work? I don't
Yeah,
fucking
the
know.
genetics. It's in the genes.
It's like Loki can't use his magic because... And it's like, well, because magic doesn't work here. And it's like, but he's a frost giant Asgardian. Is it not a part of his like genetic makeup? How does that even fucking make sense? I don't know. So we'll see. It's up to them. But it could literally be that his power got turned off here and he's starting to die or something. Yeah. But they'll... Yeah. It could be anything.
Wait, is that 20th Century Fox behind them?
Yeah.
Sign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the first you're finding out about this?
That's actually kind of old news.
Talk about what's haunting you,
Yeah.
or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, they said the F word twice.
3 times. I think they said it 3
Multiple
times.
times, yeah.
First of all, that's like a fun interaction. It's not like it's not like great,
Yeah.
but it's still just like hit. And then the little bit of choreography we got there, it's like that feels a little better than usual as well.
Definitely.
Fine, felt fine. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like these all feel like if it seems like we're getting something from just a different group of creatives.
Well, yeah, we have a competent director here. We'll say that. This July.
Oh, this is where you're gonna have to be very careful.
So we got Copperhead. References Copperhead.
Big sexy arms. Okay.
That's the reference you wanted. Okay.
Just like break it up and we should be fine. Just play it, just
By the way, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry in the slightest. I love this tune. I fucking love this tune, by the way. Like a Prayer from Madonna. I think it's a great tune.
I mean, I was just happy to the idea that it's a perfect choice of song to have because it's such a juxtaposition with the notion of what's happening in this moment in the trailer, but it works.
It is so Deadpool.
It's a wing and a prayer, though, isn't it? It's like
the lyrics match, but the music is the music doesn't.
Yeah, that's
match.
what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
exactly,
it's a song that would never fucking match Wolverine tearing people to shreds.
No.
But it does.
It matches this very well.
But that's the thing. It doesn't match so much that it flips back around to kind of matching. I could see one scene with this working if they actually had it, but I assume this song won't be in the actual film.
Okay, this is complete fan service, and I love it.
This is the peak of fan porn sort of stuff, and
it's perforations for the claws.
Well, everything about this gauntlet is like spot on to the comics. It's just,
it's such a, even for me, it's such a, where the fuck has this been? This is such an, because they do it in all the Wolverine stuff, right? The claws coming out is often just an awesome thing, but hearing them scrape, it just sounds great.
That is really cool.
Yes.
Ooh,
by the way, I'm never going to get tired of seeing TVA agents get their fucking heads ripped off.
That's what I was saying. Like this was the music, and then Deadpool having fun shredding TVA agents. I was like, oh shit, this looks like fun. Yeah, like the Wolverine Deadpool fight looks like it's going to be pretty strong as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
In some ways, it feels like we've plucked this film from an alternate timeline where like the MCU was not in flames basically. And that we were like, oh yeah, we got the next Deadpool coming out. This looks like fun. It feels kind of weird, is what I'm getting at.
So imagine if this comes out like after Endgame. Like this is your first movie after Endgame, and not Black Widow.
It would have made $1 billion easy.
Yeah, this makes sense that Wolverine's killing the Fox universe because it's all coming into the MCU.
Boys are so silly.
Who's this, Gary?
So who is this person anyway?
I'm gonna guess Polaris. I have no fucking idea.
My chat was saying it's like Veronica something. I forgot her name entirely.
She's got telekinesis. That's all I know.
Yes.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on chat as well. What have we got, guys? Fill us in. Who is this girl, Professor X?
Sorry, Cassandra Nova, not Veronica.
Cassandra Nova.
My bad.
I was like, what?
My bad.
Yeah, okay. Cassandra Nova. Yeah, that's sure.
Was chat saying Professor X's sister?
Really? Because I was joking.
Because she's bald?
That was the only connection.
Has telekinesis.
She's drinking tea. Professor X does that as well.
Yeah, he's British as well.
Oh my god.
All right. Bark loud.
And if you see carefully, when the
here is your Old Man Logan reference.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Really? I thought that the giant Ant-Man skull was a reference to Quantumania.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because it was bad.
Well, if he died at the end while he was giant, it would be and led into this. It might have made the movie mean something. But
also, is that Lady Deathstroke there?
Yeah, she's supposedly in this. We saw Pyro earlier.
You got Azazel there.
I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of old X-Men in this, but yeah, Kelly Hu's Lady Deathstrike. She was hot.
Oh, that
she is hot. Yeah,
that.
There,
well,
in front of the ramp.
Across from her is
who else is in there? I can't see.
It's the Jason Fleming's Azazel from First Class, right? I don't recognize much of anyone else, but I'm working on limited information. Okay.
Popeye was there.
Gary, you're supposed to be our guy. Who says, oh my god! Look at this. That's what you're supposed to do.
You're the Marvel guy. Gary?
Yes.
Anything? Any reference?
Help me out. My brain is 80% today, dude.
No, I'm literally asking a question. I have no fucking idea.
Help me out, chat. My brain is not firing on all cylinders.
Chat, fill us in, all right? Chat, you are now, what is it, New Rock Stars? You go, did you know? In the background. I don't know what accent I'm going for.
Is this like a Death Rider type of business?
People are saying Ghost Rider. I'm like, maybe Ghost Rider?
Probably.
I said Death Rider. Ghost Rider, not Death Rider. Yeah. Ghost Rider, yeah. Is it a Ghost Rider?
It does look a little like the Red Skull card. Don't recall the flames on the side, but maybe I'm wrong.
I love Wolverine's face here.
Yeah, this image feels more creative than most of like Phase 4 and 5. Just this alone.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that? I can't.
That's Wolverine's claw marks
3
all over his
claws.
head.
Oh.
Look at that doggo, man.
Motion
Aww.
action sequence.
Oh.
Now, this is a complete piss take of Mad Max Fury Road, surely.
Yes.
Like,
It's gotta be. I don't know. Like, this shot almost feels like it's in the wrong movie.
Yeah.
See,
Anyone
that would be
specific?
cool if it was Ghost Rider. Okay, that would, if they got to bring, well, they can bring Ghost Rider in. So it's Clarkson. Yeah, it's Jeremy Clarkson.
Yes. Let's fucking go. July 26th.
Peak fire.
Yeah,
thought it
the
looked
only-
all right. I thought it looked fine. I mean, there's very little given away in that. That's all. But,
I like that though. I don't have to like feel like the story's spoiled already.
I feel like a lot of that
It's just
if
from the
not all
beginning.
of that happened within the first
First
half hour of the
15
film.
minutes
Yeah.
of the movie. Yeah.
We got notice how we were really, really light on the TVA comparative to the last one.
Well, they're setting up the story, right? Once they've done that, they're out, I assume, or at least I hope.
I hope the TVA's not in it for long.
I hope they get murdered, horribly murdered.
Yeah.
And that's kind of looks like it. So we saw the purple cloud from, what was the name of that? Fucking whatever. From Loki.
Fido.
Isn't it like Gorgonath or something stupid?
Yeah. It's not. Hey, for Marvel, they need a win. They need a win in the worst way. I think this has the best chance of being a big win. I think this has the very best chance of being $1 billion movie this year, in a year where there will be little to no. Somebody asked me last night on the Square Up, like, what do you think? What movies do you think have a chance of being $1 billion? Somebody brought up Beetlejuice, and I'm like, no, Beetlejuice would be a hit at like 500 million worldwide because of its budget. That would be a massive hit for it. Despicable Me 4 and Deadpool and Wolverine. I think that's it.
Yeah. If it did, right? If it crossed $1 billion, and then we had people saying, aha, see, superhero fatigue isn't real. You just have to release things that people enjoy. I would still argue, like, this is clearly on the star power and the character power of Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, if these were just two random characters, two new ones that it released, and it was as good as it is, it wouldn't make anyone near as much money.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.